All right. Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so this is going to be a today's topic storyline for the 20th of June. As always, you guys can enter to win a free read with me just by writing the word compassion in the comment section and being a subscriber to my channel and giving this video a thumbs up. And that gets you entered to win. I do choose one subscriber each week. Ooh, we have justice, but in the negative position. And I read this a little differently. Okay, so somebody had, and the Eight of Wands in the negative. So I really refer to this usually as the deficit position. But these two cards have it's very different meanings on this. So the Justice card is about karma. It's about things that are wrong being made right. Well, in this case, somebody is going through, and I never read vindictive, but somebody is sitting here like recognizing that the reason someone won't talk to me is because I really busted through their like boundaries of polite conversation. Someone's very aware that they really handled something wrong. And so it's almost like, well, it is fair, because when the justice is in the reverse in my stories, that's when things that are wrong are being made right. The thing is, what's being fair and what's being right about this is the fact that somebody is sitting there going, wow, I messed this one up. And that's why someone won't talk to me, because it's even like somebody, they did something because they were kind of like scared. So they behaved badly and they didn't respond. They didn't say what they meant. They reacted. So on one hand, I have compassion for this person right now because they messed something up, but you can see the fear on this person's face as they're running and they bust right through the fence. But this was about conversation that went horribly wrong. But this person is sitting there super bummed out going, I know why this person won't talk to me, because I messed something up really bad. I said exactly the wrong thing. What was this about? This is somebody's reflecting on what already happened, but they're also, magician in the deficit. This is a snake oil salesman instead of somebody this is a deceptive individual. So whatever they said, it came across as if they were a liar. Now, the thing is, they might have been lying. How do I say this? The difference between a magician can pull a rabbit out of a hat and you can say, oh my God, that's amazing. Look at their magic tricks. Or you can say, look at that liar. We know that there's not a rabbit that can actually come out of a hat. It all depends on how it's presented and then what the person's motive is, right? If the magician is like, I'm here to entertain you and dazzle you, we accept that, oh, wonderful, they're going to do this. If the magician is trying to sell us a load of no, rabbits really do come out of hats, but only I know how to make that happen, and you pitiful folk who don't understand all the magic and the power that I have, and when really they're faking it, right? That would be the difference between these two. That's what gives this version of that person a bad reputation. This could have been somebody who was like, I have all these hopes and dreams, and this is what I want to have happen, and I'm going to manifest these things. Or we have somebody who was like, they were deceptive. They implied things that weren't true. They lied through omission. There was all kinds of things that made this person come across in the wrong light. And it didn't need to be that way, but that is how they broke through somebody's boundaries. It's because they know that they actually come across as a snake oil salesman. Now, again, that maybe this could be almost like a technicality, but the bottom line is they behaved wrong in a conversation and now they've earned a bad reputation. That's what I see. We have Virgo, Gemini, we have Libra so far. Next to that, we have the Devil card, but it's in the positive position, meaning this person is thinking about this and they are very clear on why they have earned a bad reputation, and they're not like that anymore. This person, if given another opportunity, that is not the way they would present themselves again. However, with this Two of Pentacles in the deficit position, it's almost like I don't know that I'm going to get a chance to correct my mistake. but this person sees very clearly. So now we have Capricorn also. They know exactly why someone is not talking to them. They know exactly why, they did not need to behave that way, but they did. That might have been their default. That might have been someone who didn't know how to be transparent. So they always operated like through semantics, um, well, I was married, but I didn't ever say that I wasn't married. I just said nothing's complicated. When you asked me, what's your status when I first started to flirt with you? And I said, oh, there's nothing's complicated. Instead of saying, well, I'm married, we live separate lives, but I'm not genuinely single. Like that would have been an honest answer. But this person chose a snake oil salesman answer, which is, well, nothing's complicated. That's a lie. Any way you slice it, that is a lie. But again, semantics, it's not a lie. In their mind, it's not complicated. But everybody knows that the question is, are you single? That's a yes or a no, or elaborate if it's a complicated situation. But this person, in fact, had a complicated situation, but they didn't actually admit it or explain it. So, and I'm not saying that that's what happened. I'm just trying to give an example of the way semantics are used to actually tell big whoppers. And those big whoppers that are cloaked in the sneakiest version of semantics is what really damages a character in this storyline. I personally think that that is true all the time in real life, that kind of stuff, like really, because it's like, oh, wow, that's how you operate. So I can't trust anything you say because you're going to use semantics and you're going to use lies by omission and you're going to use all those tactics that any way you slice it, that's not upfront. That's not straightforward. That is not the same as a magician who says, I'm going to dazzle you. I have all of this, to tell you. I mean, they could have said, I am, are you single? And their answer could have been, I will be at one point. That is what I'm manifesting. We are in the middle of an amicable separation. There are complications, but, and that's where it's like, I am manifesting being single and having no complexity. But that's not the way this person chose to answer. They chose, for whatever reason, they acted like this. Now, that was because at one point, this person must have been very tangled up. They didn't either know another way to behave, or I only say that because if the devil card is here at all, at one point they operated like this on the sly. Maybe they did it everywhere in life. Maybe that was what was patterned to them. Maybe they didn't know any better. Maybe they were, people make mistakes and they act a fool. So whatever their bad behavior was, it's the reason I'm focusing so much on dialogue is because that 8 of Wands card is a card of communication. And this person was both like, I feel very immature, because to get scared in communication, that's somebody who's afraid of answering truthfully. So then they use those semantics. They may have used semantics their whole life to weasel out of stuff. Maybe that was, they dealt with maybe it's overbearing family members that were always like gonna thunder and roar at them. And so they found ways to try to minimize people thundering and roaring at them. And then pretty soon that becomes a way of life. And they don't even realize that they've learned to always be subtly deceptive in everything that they say, instead of tell the full truth. It could have been a protective mechanism. The only reason I'm going on and on about this is because I'm trying to describe how we could have had the devil card here that is now that toxic behavior, that attitude is gone, and this person has found healing. And this is very much about healing and understanding and a more peaceful place. This person was scared, and that is why they behaved badly. However, doesn't negate what they did, right? And they know that too, because they're sitting here going, it is only fair and only right that this person won't talk to me because I know what I did. I messed things up. They think I'm a deceptive person, but I can see that clearly now. And I've actually healed from whatever made me behave that way. So I was trying to dig in just a little bit as to why would someone have been acting that way. At this point, they know that was not okay. There's no question in their mind that behavior was not okay. So this person has grown a lot. I mean, that's what we see here. They have grown a lot. But will it be enough? Because we have a Queen of Pentacles in the negative and we have the World card in the negative. They are still thinking, the thing is, this queen doesn't like me anymore. This queen will not open up to me. This queen is, in fact, this queen has gone off grid and gone underground. She's down here in a cave right now, not offering her pentacle to anybody. They can't find her. She's untouchable. She turned her back on this to go have a new beginning somewhere else, but it was really left unfinished. Instead of, I even feel like they buried this inside themselves. They buried the thought of her. If this was a person that they were dishonest with and they lost their reputation in her eyes, they might have tried to suppress this. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. You can suppress it all you want. She's still standing there staring right at us, and turning our back on it, or this character turning their back on it, it's not going away because this is at the forefront of their mind. Then what does this person want? What do they want? I mean, if they're no longer toxic, 6 of Wands in the deficit. What do they want? They want to actually deal with the thing that is still dragging them down, which is apparently how they treated this queen. Chariot. Wow. What do they want? They actually want to get balanced. They want to either come right toward us, because this is racing right toward us. They either want to come right toward her and say, like, this is like messing me up even worse, because now I know what I did. I'm not toxic anymore. I wouldn't behave that way. I know you don't want to talk to me. I know you turned your back on me, and I know we never had any finished dialogue or conversation, and I feel awful about this. This is somebody who may be taking action to come right toward her to say something, to try to talk about this. What is it that they want to say now then? Ace of Wands. This is a card of passion. Look, at minimum, they at least desire to set things right. They desperately feel like my life is not going to be on track unless I set things right, because this is like a shame that they carry, and it's more potent for them right now because they're no longer toxic. So the things that they did when they were still behaving, in out of fear, out of toxicity, out of bad patterning, out of, the wrongs that they did, those are eating them up now. Now they can't feel good when that still lingers. But the thing is, I don't think it's just about like they want to clear their conscience, because this is passion. And I almost feel like this person is like, if they're aware that they have got to deal with this, and they want to deal with this. It's not even like I want to clear my conscience, so I need to do this. It's that I want to, because this is my 2 of Cups. So we actually do have, this is a powerful love. And, when we have that 2 of Cups, that's our soulmate, our twin flame energy, however you view that, right? I have a different view on all of that stuff. But whatever you believe or don't believe, please know you are warmly welcomed here and warmly supported. It doesn't matter to me what anybody thinks or doesn't think, right? We're all supposed to be different and have our own views. But this is, in this storyline for this character, they are aware, especially now that they got out of that toxic behavior, they are aware that she ain't coming back, and she's hard to reach right now because she went underground and she turned her back on this, but it was never actually, there was no closure whatsoever. This is the thing on their mind that is like, it's kind of overwhelming them at this point, to the point where it's because it's becoming more clear. Not only did I act like an absolute jerk to this person, and I know why they won't talk to me, and I know why they will never open up dialogue with me, but I am miserable without this person. That 6 of Wands is in the reverse. This is something that I will always regret. I can't sit around and regret it. The reason they can't sit around and regret it anymore is because they're no longer toxic. The devil has dissipated, and they're actually in a mindset where it's like, this person matters more than anyone to me. This is my great love. This is the person I still have passion for. This is the person I want to be with. They might have always really wanted to be with this person. That could have been part of what that fear was, part of the deceptive energy. It could have been they had no appropriate skills to deal with something that was such a powerful connection. Especially if maybe they had lived an entire life developing these traits, these, the lack of skills or the deceptive energy. If that's what they had been developing most of their life, then they meet somebody who is like absolutely amazing, and it's a true feeling, and it's a real love that they experience, but they don't have the skill set to handle it appropriately. It's almost like, if you've only ever done, say you work with a jackhammer all the time, and it makes your hands really powerful, but also like not super flexible, and then you're expected to be able to play the piano. It takes years to become dexterous enough to play a piano, and if all you've been doing for years instead has been holding on to this powerful, heavy, vibrating machine with all this noise and all this you know like energy, to have to let go of that and then learn to play piano, it would take some time, right? It's almost like that, like this person had lived in a jackhammer mentality, and now they find this love, and it's like, I want to play a piano. I want to be in that kind of a romance with you. I want something beautiful, and that is not what I have been prepared for. So this person had to go through some pretty major changes, but they're doing it, and they're coming in because it feels miserable not to. Tell me about the reaction of the queen then. Queen is not so sure she believes this. We've got an Ace of Pentacles that's in the deficit because she doesn't see this coming. I think she really thought this will never happen. This person, she didn't expect it, and they're not coming in and going to say, I love you, and she's going to say, okay. No, it's going to be, we would have to work on this because we have the Eight of Pentacles in the upright. She is not saying that we can have this immediate do-over. She's saying we can get to know each other again. Because I cannot even believe what I'm hearing from you, because everything I experienced from you was deceptive. That's what I know of you. And it killed me to see that, but that's what I saw of you. And that's why I went underground, and maybe she also tried to suppress this and stop thinking about it, but there was never closure. This has always been an open wound for both of these individuals, almost like there's been a waiting period, is what I want to say. When we plant something in the ground, we're waiting for it to come back up and blossom. This is somebody who's here she's going to allow them to be a part of her world, and the two of them would actually work on seeing, can we have a new beginning? We're not just going to act like it's okay, perfect, everything is here. It would take effort. So effort, really what this is representing is, we got to build some trust here, and literally build trust, which means I got to see, have you really changed? Because if you're still somebody who lies in semantics, I don't trust you. I think that's the most important thing, is the trust. But this first character, man, they are crazy about this individual. They are coming straight forward toward her. They develop new skills. What helped them do that? How do we have that devil in the reverse? 10 of Cups. They recognized what happiness looks like. They discovered, or they thought about this long enough to say, oh my God, she wasn't something that I needed to be deceptive with. I could have simply been relaxed about it and said, she loves me, I love her. The happiness doesn't have to be hard to achieve. It does have to be something that we allow into our lives. I almost think that this person was like, they were making things more difficult. And they could have been just, without recognizing that, like, love is going to be supportive. It's not going to be super judgy. They don't need to be perfect. They didn't need to find ways to, not tell full truths. They could have been 100% honest and open at all times, and could have had an open and honest love relationship. I feel like this person never has had open and honest love in their life. If that's the major change, this person wants to be happy, and they saw that that's the secret to it. Got to be open and honest. This is, you notice that it's all springtime flowers too. This is like a revival. This person, something has changed in their life. They've come back to life. They're almost, I want to say, reborn, if that makes any sense. And maybe it is a spiritual rebirth. We've seen the devil. Now we actually see the angel. We see this person sitting here, and it's like, this person could have had like a major, like, upgrade in their spirituality, or in, just this sense of who they are. it's very beautiful, and it's very, I would say, almost unexpected for this to be happening. But love does transform, and this, the Two of Cups, we have the Star card, Aquarius. Um, this is genuinely healing, and this is a gift from the universe. If that's, this person is finally in this place where it's like, oh my God, all this time I had something that the universe sent to me that was intended to heal me, and instead I was deceptive about it, and I messed around, and I didn't say the right words, and I don't know, I couldn't be loving either. This person might have hid all their emotions for her as well, to the point where she was just like, okay, so you don't care about me, then I guess I walk away from this. But it was, I feel like, again, it went underground for a period of time. All I can say is something got suppressed and planted. But when we plant things, it goes dormant for a while until the season is right and things can grow. So it kind of feels like that, like it was totally the wrong time for these two to be successful, but maybe it was the right time for these two to meet, even though there was a lot of problems. But those problems might have sparked the kind of like nutrients that this character needed in order to actually get beyond that devil energy. And now that they've done that, because this Ace of Wands is all about growth, right? I mean, literally, this person is holding on to the thing that is good, the thing that they want to see more growth. And part of it is them that's grown. Part of it is them that has shifted. And it is because of love, and it is for love. But it's interesting because the soulmate twin flame stuff, that's where we impact each other a lot. I mean, I would argue we all impact each other all the time, which is why it's important to try to be our best toward people, and to have good boundaries up, which that queen cut them off and put up a boundary. That's important too. I don't think, giving unconditional love means you're anybody's doormat. I don't think that we should not be holding people accountable for their behavior. Like, this person behaved badly. I was trying to figure out why they would have done all that, but that is not to negate the fact that they were deceptive or any of that. Like, that's super inappropriate. They can't walk around and do that and expect that they're going to be able to hold on to an amazing person, or any person, because who wants to be treated like that? But that's the thing. Them losing her, them having this disappear out of their life, they were not ready for this amazing love. They didn't deserve, I mean, flat out, they didn't have the skill set that would allow them, just like this person couldn't play the piano yet. They had to first unlearn some really bad behaviors, and then they had to get themselves clean and healthy, and then they had to like really say, okay, now I'm going toward this person that I love, because I have the skill set now to express this. So it's, do people change? Well, in this story, yes. This is a fictional story about fictional characters. Do I think that people change though in real life? I do, because it's all we do is change. We age, we alter our thought processes. We see people all the time, and we hopefully all the time are changing our perspectives as we learn new information, and we see the world through different eyes. Everything about this planet is about adaptability and about change. Our seasons change, the climate changes, everything in life changes, right? So why would we not? So I think it's a super awesome story. All right, you guys, take care. Thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing. Mwah. Bye for now.